Hi guys, this is part two on beliefs, and I want to talk to you about something called it's called the Pygmalion effect, which I believe is after an ancient sculptor, but also it's called the Rosenthal effect, and it's all to do with expectations. And we talked yesterday about how we generally fulfil the expectations that we have of ourselves, etc. And this study done by Rosenthal and his colleague Jacobson with an American, it was an elementary school. They basically assigned all the students an IQ test, and they told the teachers that as a result of this IQ test, they were going to identify 20 people, 20 students who were, I think they called them academic bloomers, who were destined for really blossoming academically in the next year ahead based upon the test scores. Now, in reality, the list of names that teachers were given were completely random. It was nothing to do with the test scores. But what they did is they gave the teachers an expectation that certain students were going to bloom. And as a result, of course, that meant that the teachers changed their focus and changed the way they interacted with those students, to kind of, what's the word, to meet that expectation. So at the end of the year, they did they retested all the students, etc. And those that were put in the academic bloomers group had improved their score significantly more than the others, showing that basically the belief of the teachers that these students were the best and were going to get the best scores translated into their actions and their behaviors around these students. It translated into the messages they gave these students, and it showed how the expectations actually affected the outcome. Now, the key thing here is why it did. Okay, and it's because of, and this is the same with you guys, when it comes to changing your beliefs now, is it's the work you then put in. It's the change, the shift in behavior based upon the expectation. Okay, so it's not just having an expectation means it's going to happen. It just means that having a belief that you can achieve something, having an expectation that you're going to succeed, having a belief in your potential is going to ensure that you're going to put in the right work, mentally as well as physically, to get the result. Okay, so it's just a really powerful study showing how outcomes were influenced by expectations and how essentially we do fulfill the expectations that we have of ourselves. So as I asked you yesterday to consider, what are your, what are some of the beliefs that are holding you back, I want you the next day or two to really try and disprove those beliefs to yourself. So kind of prove to yourself why those beliefs aren't true. Okay. And that might be because there's absolutely no evidence for it to be true. It might be that there's other people that are in similar situations to you that have achieved the things that you want to achieve. It might be because you've done something before. It may be you're trying to achieve something that you've achieved before, but the belief is you can't do it now, which is obviously false because you've done it before. As I say, it could be other people. It could just be the fact that you've overcome challenges before. You've had experiences in your life where you've been asked to do something that you didn't think you were able to do, and you've been able to do it. You've managed to achieve and succeed. So your task right now to so you can start to fulfill your own expectations is to start to disprove any of those beliefs that you've identified that are holding you back. Okay, I'll speak to you soon.